What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and honestly, I did not see this one coming today, yet here we are. One thing I've found out about this job is that you kind of have to wake up in the morning and slap yourself across the face with negativity. I'm a very positive person. I like to wake up and dance and sing, and automatically when I wake up, I start working, I start, researching and finding out what's going on in the news, and it's just like you automatically dive into a bunch of negative stuff. And this morning I woke up to a photo of Gabby Petito, a photo that was just released of Gabby Petito that seems to be taken on the same day as the traffic stop. I'm sure most of you all know about the traffic stop. It was caught on body cam footage. We talked about it for months and months on end. That same day when Brian Koberger, see, my mind's all over the place. That same day when Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito got pulled over, Gabby Petito took this photo. Now, as you know, the parents of Gabby Petito are suing the Laundries. Now, Bertolino, their lawyer, is involved in that lawsuit as well. But they are also suing the Moab Police Department. Now, if you look at this photo, you can see that she's obviously wearing the same outfit that she was wearing in the traffic stop. I believe the photo's timestamp was from August 12th, 2021 at around 4:37 p.m. You can see the cut on her face. You can see blood smeared across her face. Obviously, she wasn't happy. Now, in the body cam footage, you could make out that there were some marks on her, but you couldn't make it out as well as this photo. But seeing this, it just sucks, man. It totally breaks my heart seeing this, especially knowing what ultimately happened. And I know a lot of people have been harsh on the Moab Police Department. I haven't been as harsh on them because, in my mind, I feel as if they were trying to give a couple of young people a pass. You know what I mean? Like, in a world where everyone is criticizing law enforcement, everyone is saying that they're too harsh most of the time. A lot of these punishments are too harsh. Police are getting too physical with people. It seemed like they had the opportunity to take one of these people to jail, either be Gabby or Brian. But instead, they tried to just let it blow over, and it winded up blowing up in their face. So I understand why they're getting criticized, but at the same time, I don't think that they let them go because they're bad people. I think that they were trying to do something good, but it ultimately winded up being bad. Now, I'm not a trained police officer, and I also wasn't there that day. Now, if I would have seen Gabby looking like this, then definitely something else should have been done. I'm guessing maybe some of this is maybe blood that was smeared on her face. Maybe she washed it off. I don't know. But as a police officer, I don't see how you pull up and see a young woman looking like this and you don't do anything about it. Now, mind you, during this traffic stop, they actually labeled Gabby as the aggressor. I really don't even want to go into that. A lot of people have different feelings, mixed feelings about that one, but I understand that this relationship wasn't perfect. And I try to be as realistic on my channel as possible. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, maybe Gabby was perfect as well. I think they had a turbulent relationship, but I believe Brian Laundrie is a freaking monster. Whereas Gabby was just a young woman who, maybe they had arguments and things like that, but there's levels where you don't take things. And obviously Brian took things to that level. So I don't try to paint a perfect picture over here. But at the same time, Gabby definitely did not deserve any of this. I understand that their relationship was probably toxic. I understand that Gabby probably slapped him a couple times too. I understand how relationships are. We try to sugarcoat things and we try to pretend like this isn't the real world. We all know how the real world operates and what happens in real life. It's not a fairy tale. And things are often, things can go south quickly. And often in relationships, people go through rough times and rough patches. As far as Gabby and Brian, though, it seems as if I'm not there, of course, in their relationship, but it seemed as if Brian was progressing towards being even more physical with Gabby. I don't know if, I don't know if they were to have taken Brian away, and if they were to have locked Brian up that day, or if they locked Gabby up that day. I don't know if Gabby would have just went on with her life and left Brian in the past. I believe that she probably would have reconnected with Brian. So would her life have been saved? Would Gabby still be here today? I don't know. But honestly, I don't know if Gabby was ready to leave this relationship with Brian either. And that's often the case with these toxic relationships. People have trouble leaving their abusers. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I don't think that in Gabby's mind, I don't think she knew how severe the situation could be. I don't think that in Gabby's mind, she necessarily feared for her life. Let's put it that way. I don't think she realized how serious, these domestic disputes can get. I don't know if she believed or wanted to believe inside that Brian was capable of doing something like what he ultimately did. Because for Brian to do what he did, that's straight psychopath mode. Like he had to have lost all control. But I honestly don't even want to dive into that too much. But at the end of the day, this photo has been released. It's definitely not going to make any of us feel good. But I think that it will be useful in the Petito's lawsuit against the Moab Police Department. I totally agree with them suing the Laundries and Bertolino. As far as this Moab Police Department goes, I don't care if they sue them and get some money from them. Go ahead. But I just don't know. I just don't want to paint these officers out. And I have no problem calling out law enforcement, trust me. But I don't want to paint these officers out as being villains when I don't think that they thought that something like this would happen. I'm sure they beat themselves up over it as well. But let me know your thoughts. I'm sure a lot of you all have some strong feelings about this one. Let me know down in the comment section. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.